Hey guys, and welcome back to another day with tea. This morning, very early in the morning, Joey got dropped off at the airport. He drove to the airport and then I drove home. I took Darius to school and then I ran a few errands that I needed to run. Got my Starbucks drink. They had the syrup today. Venti apple crisp oat macchiato, the hot version. Very delicious. And then I also got some kitty litter, some cat food, and some things for Luke. Got him this new toy. I got him these dog bite beef tender tips, little beef lung treats. See, 100% beef lung. Bone. It's a beef bone. And I got him this water horn chew. He's excited. The weather this week, is that all stuff for Luke? Yes. The weather this weekend is not going to be the best. We have a mild hurricane coming, so Luke needed new toys and treats. Yes, he did. Whee! Last night I did my first water change on these aquariums. I should have recorded it for you guys, but it was like 1 in the morning and I just wanted to get it done quickly. And it is super humid today again, so the camera lens literally keeps fogging up every few seconds. 50% on all 7 of the aquariums that have fish in them right now, and this one is quite clean on the bottom. I sucked from the floor with this end of the hose so that it was able to sort of siphon the bottom. It was very satisfying. It felt like vacuuming, to be honest, and I quite enjoyed it. Then I did moon mists, and his floor is a little bit dirty still just because when I replaced the wood piece with the moss, a little bit of it fell off again, especially when I was adding the new water in. When I do the water change, I just removed the decoration out of the tank, so it is really easy water changes. I think it took me like 15 or 20 minutes to do all of them. Sapphire's tank is looking really clean. Finn's is relatively clean. Ric Flair's is very clean. Dumbo's is relatively clean. Again, he has more of the dirtier type of wood and the moss, so his moss a little bit fell off with the water being re-added to the aquarium. And then Rebecca's, this piece of wood that she has is still quite dirty, so a lot of the little pieces are still falling off during the water change. Eventually that will probably stop happening. She's such a pretty little girl. Finn's like, hey, don't forget about me. I'm your original fella. I'm the OG. I'm the one. I was your first. Don't forget it. I got you. Sapphire. Dumbo. I love that he is back to looking very purple once again in his white background tank. Love that Rick has not been as shy as he once was. Moon Mist. Sometimes it's hard to see his colors because he is darkened up quite a bit. So sometimes I have to brighten things up a bit. See him. And Tiffany and her lips. Also, because of the pieces of wood that are in Moon Mist and Dumbo's aquariums, their water is a little bit, also Finn a little slightly, their water is a little bit more tinged from the tannins from the wood. So they're a bit of a yellowish shade compared to these other 4. Now, it is time to feed the little fellas. Joey put me in charge of feeding the little fellas, which is this tank, this tank, this tank, this tank, also this tank, because now there's a bunch of little guppy fry in it. This tank, that tank, which I'm not really going to show you because Joey still needs to do an update on it. And then today I'm going to be feeding the eel, the stingrays, the 2000, Tyrese, and the piranha while Joey's away for the Calgary and Toronto event. I will be feeding them later on tonight. Joey's away this whole weekend and he gets back on Monday. I'm only feeding the big guys today because we have a bit of a mild hurricane coming, more of a tropical storm, and it's supposed to hit tomorrow, Saturday, so he didn't want me to feed everyone too much while there's a chance of the power going out. Hopefully we don't lose power, and hopefully if we do, we don't lose it for too long of a time. I also feed these two guys in quarantine, and since my bettas are all moved to the betta rack now, that leaves all of the other quarantines around them empty and available, and these ones still don't have water in them yet. It is currently 8:30 p.m. Darius and I just went bowling. It was a lot of fun, and now it is time for me to feed all my usual fishy friends, and then I get to feed all the big fellas. Usually I only get to feed the little fellas, but tonight I'm feeding the big fellas. Woohoo! But that does not mean that we leave the little fellas behind. I always have so much fun feeding the guppy tanks. They're just so colorful and active, and they always eat right away. I love it. Beautiful. All I give the little baby guppy fry tank is just one flake like this, and I just let it sort of break apart in the water as it floats around, and it breaks apart nicely for them. There are several guppy fry in here. I'm excited to see them grow up and see the colors they have in their tails and whatnot. Very cute. Alright, so these guys look like they're ready to eat. Sorry for the algae on the tank. I don't know where the magnet is right now to scrape it off. Also, my apologies for the reflections. Clowns and the bubble tip anemones. Pinch for them. Coral Beauty.
helper. He's a very good boy. Yes, sir. He's a helper.
Getting ready to feed everybody. Suctions are bad.
Yes. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good. Good job. Good boy. Sit. Good. Look around. Good. Yes. Good boy.
Thank you guys so much for joining me in feeding all the fish in the aquarium gallery, and make sure you remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the next ones, and thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys in the next one.